All right, I'm Mike Moranto, reporting for DamonWildcats.com, and joined right now by our head men's basketball coach, Mike McDonald. Coach, been a little while since we've had a chance to sit down and chat a little bit. 3 games in recent weeks for you guys. First, an 83-73 loss to St. Thomas Aquinas, 2-time defending league champ. Game you guys all got off to a really good start, up 15-5, but just couldn't run the table from there.
Game was like a year ago, wasn't it? It seems like. We got off to a good start. We made a run early. They made a little run later in the first half, and then I thought it was like a tennis match. It was back and forth, and then in the end, they made some more plays down the stretch than we did. I think it was 16 of their last 20 points were scored by their seniors, and we had our one senior scored a basket with about 17 minutes to go, and that was about it. So you see a little difference in experience, in veteran leadership, all those things. They're a good team, and we're right there. I mean, I don't think it was really, I don't know what the final was, but again, they made free throws at the end. But we're right there, and we just got to get over the top.
Yep. Deion Hamilton with 23 points in that game to lead you guys. Guys bounced back. Nice road win, first road win of the year, 86-82 at Mercy. A Mercy team that was picked at the bottom of the league, but they got some dudes. They're a lot better than they were last year.
Been playing very well. They were 5-4 going into our game, with one of their losses being to Division I Wagner. They had played well, and I thought we got off to a good start. I thought our first half was tremendous, really sharp defensively. Second half, they got going. They made some shots. We got very careless with the ball. I thought we our youth, our immaturity at times showed during the second half of that game. But even then, I wasn't happy because I thought we didn't play as well in the second half. But in reality, a majority of that second half was we were up between 8 and 11 points the entire time. They made a little push at the end to get to 2, and I thought it was great for us. I thought we needed to, after 2 losses in a row, we needed to kind of get ourselves in a situation where we were in some turmoil and be able to get ourselves out of that turmoil. And I thought we did that really well. So, much needed. Tough to win on the road, and I'm very glad that we were able to get a road win and even our record at 1-1.
Yeah, you mentioned it. You guys were up, between 8 and 11. It was a 16-point lead after the first possession of the second half. Mercy makes, it kind of ping-pongs back after they make a little run. But you guys get some really timely baskets. Andrew Sisko was phenomenal in the game, 12 of 14 from the field, career-high 27 points. Jeff Redband made a couple of really timely threes for you. And Darius Garvin, who didn't score a ton, came up with a big steal and converted a fast-break layup at the other end late in the game.
Yes, he did. There was a bizarre call that we lost possession of the ball with about a minute and a half to go, and up 3. And we knew we needed to get a stop then, and we made a stop. And Darius Garvin made the steal and the layup, put us up 5, and we kind of were able to, keep them away after that.
So 2 days later, you guys go visit Bridgeport, who was nationally ranked at the time, 19th in the country in the D2 side of poll last week. They were coming off a loss to Roberts Wesleyan on Friday night. Another one of those games kind of similar to the stat game where it was just back and forth, in the second half. They ended up striking last with a 16-2 run to close the game with an 84-72 win.
Yeah, we were... we were down 10 at the half, I believe. It came out, and with 3:40 to go, Darius Garvin makes a layup, put us up 3. And I thought we were really in control, really liked the way we played in the second half. And after Darius made the layup, I called timeout and try and set our defense, but also give us a little break. Almost like, because there were no media timeouts, it was like the last media timeout. And from that timeout, they went on a 16-2 run. So in retrospect and in hindsight, probably shouldn't have taken that timeout, huh? But, credit them. They're good. they made some plays. They made shots when they had to make shots. The final score was misleading because they made their free throws down the stretch, and we didn't make a couple shots. We had to foul. But it comes down to a couple big plays here or there, a couple big calls here or there. You go with it and move on.
And again, spoils a tremendous effort from Deion Hamilton. He had 21 points. So Deion's been over 20 in two of the last 3 games, and is your leading scorer at this point in the season, averaging over 15 points a game. Coming out of that game, we're into the mandated NCAA holiday break. For those that don't know at home, it's a 7-day stretch around the holiday season where you're not permitted to practice. You've actually elected to give your team a little bit more time off than that. How do you deal with this as a coach? Because this is the longest stretch your guys will go without basketball really since early September.
Well, you hope number one, they get time to spend at home. They get time with their family, and they get to take a little break. I experienced this for the first time when I was a Division III coach at Medaille, and I think in the end, I think this is great for us. I think this will really help us. We're taking 10 days off, basically, and we're going to be terrible at practice when we come back. Our first couple games are going to be choppy, probably to say the best way to put it. We're not going to be real smooth, and that going in. But by the end of the year, in late February, when the season seems to get long, it doesn't seem as long because they've had this break to kind of refreshen them. So I think it's great. I think it's great the NCAA does the 7-day mandatory. We added a couple more days because of the way our schedule works. We ended after the Bridgeport game. We let the guys go home after that, and then we can kind of we have a couple days after the break where they don't get back to campus just yet. So again, anything you can do, you can keep guys fresh, give them a chance to kind of rest their bodies, but also clear their minds a little bit. And then they come back, and really, we have a time now where we have about a 4-week stretch where we have no classes. So now's the time for them to really focus in on basketball and almost have like a mini training camp with games mixed into to hopefully get us better as we head to the second part of the season, the most important part, the league part of the season.
You mentioned time with family, and that certainly applies to you and your staff as well over the holiday season. And it's a perfect segue. I want to let people know. If you haven't seen it yet, there's a great article. You can go to usatoday.com or pick up the print version on today, Thursday, December 21st. Great article about your family. Great article written by Eric Brady. Really centered on your wife and your 4 boys, all 4 of whom are playing basketball, 2 in college, 1 in high school, 1 in grammar school. I wonder if you might just talk about your family dynamic. I think it's so unique because you're always going in different directions.
It is dynamic, that's for sure, and the article should be centered on my wife Maura because she is the one that keeps everything together. She is the glue of the family. There's no doubt about that, and we have 5 different schedules, 6 if you count my youngest guy Mark with 2 different teams. So whether it's Matt playing at Penn, Patrick at Maritime, Nick playing for Canisius High School, or Mark's 2 teams, we're running all over the place. But you know what? It's what we're used to. It's what we've done, and Maura has done it really since we were first going out and dating. I was an assistant coach, so she knew, she kind of has been through this, but it's obviously gets amped up exponentially as the kids get playing, and you realize that's most important is that one of us is there to try and see them, and it becomes difficult to do at times, and we try and juggle our schedules around to be able to see them play and be supportive of them and their careers. I'm just very humbled that they chose to play basketball. I think it's awesome that they like it and love it as much as I do and as Maura does too, and there are times it's crazy and we shake our heads and what are we doing, but Eric Brady wrote a terrific piece on it, and the last part is probably the most telling, that next year Matt and Pat will have graduated, Nick will be in college, the schedules become a little bit smaller, and we're probably going, what are we going to do with all that free time? We don't know. So it is a lot of fun. It's the basketball season. It's what we're used to, and we've been doing it for years. Ever since I've been coaching, the boys start playing in high school. As they move up a level, it just becomes a little more intense. But it's a lot of fun. It's the life we live, and it's what we choose, and we enjoy it.
And mentioned in the article, you guys will be together for the one and only game this year that your family of five will be together is tomorrow night for Nick's game, right?
Depending on postseason, we're hoping. Last year we got to go to see Matt play in the Ivy League tournament. We were all there for that, which was great, and you never know. So we hold that hope out. It's pretty neat though. We have somebody playing Division I. I'm coaching Division II. Somebody playing Division III, and then we have high school and grammar school. So we get all the levels covered, and which is I guess pretty unique, huh?
Well, if the postseason thing doesn't work out for Matt or with Pat and Coach Birkin at Maritime, maybe everybody can get together around you and a postseason appearance for Damon.
And we have had that opportunity too, which was fun. A couple of years ago down in D.C., the boys came down to the ECC semifinals and finals, and we're able to be there for that. So it's a lot of fun, and I think bottom line is we're all each other's biggest fans, which is great, and we can all, we all follow, we all know what's going on, and the family group text during a game when maybe Maura's at a game, and I might have a game, or Matt might have a game, and you come out of a game and you have 100 text messages, and it's all based on one string of updates of down 2, up 4, that type of thing is a lot of fun, and it's the life we live, so it is exciting.
Well, coming out of the holiday break, you guys will come back, resume practice, and then go on the road. December 30th at St. Michael's, December 31st, an afternoon game on New Year's Eve against St. Rose. Two teams that came and visited here last year. Now we're going out to them. So we will have information on those games next week at DamonWildcats.com. And Coach, certainly wish you and your family a happy holiday season, and wish everybody watching at home a safe and happy holiday season as well.
Happy holidays, Mike. Happy holidays, Leah, behind the camera.
All right. We'll see you after.